Right, do a short one probably. Not going to start till 7 o'clock again this morning. I did last night. Right, let me just put these away because I've got to work on these. Don't know why. Trying to put switches on. The batteries keep overheating for some reason. I think I know the reason why, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm just a little bit tired up here, so I had to dig a lot of stuff out today. Never got to do what I wanted to do. Hey Angela, do you want to come on for chat? Don't have to, don't want to, I'm not forcing you. If you want to come in for a chat, I'll send you the link over in a minute. It's Independence Day, 4th of July, the aliens are coming again. Get ready for the alien invasion. We all need to band together and destroy the aliens. Yeah. Got many fireworks going off. What do I show? What are you on about? What do I show? Don't start, Angela. Don't start that funny bugger stuff. Oh. Right, just let you know, tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow, Monday, me, John and Dave are all going to be on my stream tomorrow, and we're going to do a joint ghost box session. What I mean by that, I'm going to do my ghost box with the coop box, then Dave is going to use one of his ghost boxes, and then John's going to use one of his ghost boxes. I feel like a shot up my arm. So yeah, all three of us will be doing ghost box sessions tomorrow. Probably start around about 10 o'clock maybe. So I'll just sort of just mess that again. Yeah, I've been trying to sort these radios out, put switches on them. You know, I've had to, but I'm trying to put a switch on them. And for some reason, they just keep overheating the battery. No, it's not doing nothing damage to the radio, it's just that the battery's getting hot. I think I know what the problem is, but I don't know though. So I've got to sort them out again tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm not going to do what I want to do with them. I've got to put that together. Oh, I don't even know what I've done with a lot of my stuff. Hello, Linda. Bloody hell, long time no see. Hey, how's it going? CWPTR. Alright, well, you feel better, yeah? Thanks for popping in, saying hello anyway. Yeah, I know. He died 3 days after the diagnosis of the COVID-19. Someone sent me a message on Facebook earlier saying, I know that you blocked me on your account one day, but I thought I'd let you know that Rick Rose passed away. So I know about it, yeah. So Rick Paranormal, if anyone knows Rick, the one who used to go into the basement and have conversation with demons. I just hope he ain't going to come over here and like, oh God, my back is getting cold again. I don't want him coming over and like acting like a fucking demon. Yeah, so be careful, Mike, please, not to put people on time out. I know it's an accident. But I've asked John if he wants to come on, but he's actually at the pub. And the pubs are opening today, so he's pissing it up. I've asked Dave, but I've not had a reply from Dave yet. I think Andrea said she might come on. I don't know. I'm not seeing much on there actually. So we noticed last night that more messages were coming through Facebook. Not Facebook. Messages was coming through YouTube quicker than it is on StreamYard. But when we're actually streaming on StreamYard, our video is coming over like 30 seconds delay on YouTube. So that's kind of weird. Right, you're coming on. Let me get the link then. Right, invite. Copy. I've got to find on bloody Facebook now. There we go. I don't know, but when I'm on live stream with Chris, which I was on just now for about an hour, everyone was having technical problems. Apparently, I was sending a lot of echo. A couple of other people on these streams was like having Wi-Fi issues. Then someone was having the mobile phone issue where it just kept like making that horrible, crazy noise. So it's been a night where people have been having a lot of technical issues at the moment. Maybe it is the aliens coming down. They don't want us to celebrate the 4th of July, the Independence Day, when Will Smith destroyed the alien spacecraft. Woohoo! I've got to sort these out tomorrow. I'm not going to put switches on these. They just keep burning out. Like, well, not burning out, but for some weird reason. They keep heating the batteries up. I touched the side earlier, and wow, I tell you, it's so hot. I could have probably fried a egg on it. I was surprised that the I'm surprised that the plastic wasn't melting. So unless I can get that other one, well, I was mucking around with a couple actually. So I wanted to try to get one hacked and sorted for like the membership thing, yeah, but I might have to take that membership down, especially for the Ghostbox one, because I just cannot in any way get a switch to work on them. I know someone has done a switch on them before, but I'm not paying £25 just to copy use one. Good morning. How are you?
I am quarantined with the virus.
Don't you fucking send it over here, Gil.
Hello, everybody. Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, keep safe, Linda. Yeah. Linda's not well either, apparently. So, yeah. Yeah, I've been doing more interview stuff at the moment. I've been doing a lot of ghost boxing, but I've been on like other people's streams and had people on here. I had John and Dave on here last night. John jumped off to go and do an investigation in, I think it was one of the local cemeteries. When he came back, he was doing a live stream. And I was still doing the stream with Dave, and we just cut it short. And then we went over to John's. We was on there until like 7 o'clock this morning. Then I'm having so many bloody late nights again. It's just like going back the old days. I said I like to go back the old ways, but not going at 7 or 8 o'clock in the goddamn morning, man. Jesus.
We get too old for that.
I know. If I was a lot younger, I wasn't going to bed at late, kind of about 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But I'm fucking 55 years old, man. Us old geezers need to get our sleep. No, I do find it difficult.
We need our old people naps.
Well, I've got grey hairs again.
Oh, you don't want to see my hair.
Those greys.
My hair is almost all the way gray.
If anyone wants to jump in the hangout with us, let me know. But you've got to have me on Facebook so I can post it through Facebook and not YouTube.
Something in the water is fine.
Yeah, let's have a little splash in the puddle. Get our feet wet. Do some ITC in the water. See what spooks we can find.
Some aliens.
Screw the aliens. I don't want no aliens. Thank you very much.
They want to probe you.
Yeah, well, they probe me. They're definitely going to get a virus from me, mate. They go up into their spaceship, go to their mothership, and then go to their planet, and the whole planet will be destroyed by my virus.
They have little Steve running around.
No, thanks. One's bad enough. Thank you very much. Yeah, stop that.
Thank you.
Catch you later, Linda. Enjoy your rest. I tell you, I kept getting really cold chills down my back yesterday, and I've started getting them again today.
Something around you.
Definitely. It's always when I start to do a stream, or in the process of doing a stream, no.
It's stream time.
When I'm not doing nothing, I'm okay. I was getting really knocked and angry today, though, because I just could not get a switch. My eyes are bad, and these switches are really small. And trying to get the cable onto the switch and solder it on, I spent over an hour and a half trying to bloody put 2 wires on a goddamn switch today.
Glasses. You need some glasses.
You've got glasses, but they don't. They're not like the ones that are close up, Like, if I look down there...
You need bifocals.
I've got bifocals, but I don't like bifocals. They're too awkward and difficult to, wear, like you've got to go. I read that. One's better. It's like ducking and diving.
Like that guy that was dancing outside.
It's bloody annoying when you're trying to do something, if nothing's working properly, and it's just.
That's like me trying to get in the house at nighttime. It's just so weird not being around my grandkids on a holiday.
Yeah, I heard some guy say on who is it? I think it was on a stream. I was watching someone stream yesterday, and I was
there. You didn't even say hello.
No, I was on some stream when some old geezer said, like, yeah, it's been a bloody annoying. I've not been able to see my grandkids since like April. I thought, well, what can you do about it?
Well, they drove by today. I had to look out the window to wave at them. That's the only way I got to see them because I'm in quarantine.
Well, I was planning to go out Tuesday, but I can't can't go to my bushcraft Tuesdays. I've got the fucking gas board coming round Tuesday if they come round and don't bloody well not turn up like they're supposed to have done yesterday. No, not yesterday, day before. I waited all day. They're supposed to have been around between 1:30 and 5 o'clock. They didn't turn up, so I rang up the company. They said, oh, he's doing a job at the moment. It's a 2-hour job. It'd be there at 6. 6:30 came, still not turned up. So I tried ringing the company again, and they're shut.
Huh.
So I had to wait until the next day, which was yesterday, and I rang them up. I said, look, I'm not very happy. You know,
Thanks for wasting my day, asshole.
well, they did, because I could have gone out, done my shopping, you know, and done a lot of other stuff.
I hate when they do that.
You know, and like I was just like really annoyed that, you know. So now I've had to arrange it for them to come around on Tuesday. But tomorrow, on Monday, tomorrow, I've got my new mobile and my new tablet coming tomorrow. So I might do a little video on the old unboxing. Then the rest of the day I'll just probably be sitting there, you know, installing the old Ghost apps. My tablet here, this one here, is only 32 gig, and that's practically filled up with Ghost apps. Now, I spoke to the guy yesterday, and he done me a good contract. He done me a 128 gig internal tablet and a new Huawei P-Smart 2020 mobile phone with 128 gig internal memory. So that's like both of them going to have like 128 gig internal memory. And the contract is lower than I'm paying with my other phones at the moment. And the tablets only just come out.
You've been keeping yourself busy.
So I'll be installing a lot of apps on Tuesday. Hello, everyone. So yeah, I think like that's what I'm going to be spending my time doing on Monday. Sorting out the phone, getting it charged up first, and then like putting all the apps on. You know, I've got all the apps on the hard drive, so all I've got to do is copy them over to a memory card, which I've got anyway, and then just transfer them over and install them one by one. I'm going to try to make folders. So I'll put like Ghostbox apps in one folder, EMF in different folder. What's the other one? The one, oh God, what's it called? Thermal imaging software in another one. And, you know, do it so it's all in the right folders. It's only like putting them in one folder and hunting for the damn thing. I'll probably install the ones that I have got, which in the ones that I don't like, you know, because then there might be that one day I've decided to try one I don't like, and suddenly I might get crazy like responses on it, you know, kind of thing.
I'm sitting here trying to read chat, and it's really, really tiny.
Yeah, I can't read the damn thing. So small. I need my glasses, man. You know, like the ones as I've got. You know, even if I put them on, I can't see diddly squat. It's just like more blurrier than it is. If I go up closer,
Yeah, eyes got to adjust.
if I go closer, then it's a bit more brighter, the text.
Well, hello, everybody. We're blind, so.
Hello, Gillian. Thank you for coming on. Sorry, I don't say hello to everyone because I don't really chat much. Hello, David. David. Is that Dave? Dave. No, that can't be Dave. What Dave's that?
My brother looks at his name Dave.
Yeah, but he's moderator. Is that Dave Demlow? If that's you, Dave, I sent you an invite if you want to come on the Hangout. But it could be a different David. No, it's not Dave Demlow. I can all getting a few people from the past coming on again now.
We're just appearing. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back doing the paranormal. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of ghost boxing with the old coot box and the amp. Been on a few other channels on the Hangouts. I've had people on here doing Hangouts. I invited John and Egan tonight, but he's at the pub boozing it up. Don't know where Dave is. Dave could be sleeping because, so we didn't get sleep till like 7 o'clock.
Wow.
Well, I didn't. He might have carried on doing whatever he was doing, kind of thing. But we all should be on tomorrow night, Monday night. Monday night to do like ghost box sessions. So we're all going to do, a different ghost box and see what kind of response we get.
So something, hey guys, please don't something. Let me see if I zoom in.
Hello, Lindsay. I'll send you an invite.
She don't want to be timed out again.
Who?
Daniels? Or did you say it right?
Yeah, I think it was Jenny. I'm not sure. She was accidentally timed out. I have said, moderators, be careful when you're watching. It's easy to be done.
Hello, Lindsay.
I'm going to send Lindsay an invite in a minute. I've got to get the link again. Showing me what on yesterday because it was a really good conversation we was having with Dave and John. He would have enjoyed it. But we'll see what happens on Monday. Where is he? Lindsay. Yeah, we're right down the bottom. Yeah, to be down the fucking bottom, didn't you, Lindsay? We down the bottom. You heard about Rick Paranormal? Richard Rose. He passed away from the COVID-19. That's going to be around social media for the next couple of days.
That the one that used to make the apps and everything?
No. That's why he used to go down the basement and have arguments with the demons, weren't it? The one that had to go at me when I was wearing that soldier outfit, the British Army tunic and that. Because he saw me, he had to go at me and unstuffed me. But he did come on a couple of weeks ago.
Open Paranormal is in the house.
Open Paranormal.
I'm
not sure who opened. I tried to get. I was trying to get hold of paranormal people, see if they wanted to come on. But I couldn't send a message. Like I'm in the group, but there's no way to send a message. So I want to find out if she wanted to come on and hang out. Right. Well, I'm not seeing Open Paranormal.
I see Open
on YouTube. So unless it's a new channel, that no content.
I'm in Steve. Lindsay said.
Oh, okay. Good morning, sir.
How's it going?
How's my handsome baldy man?
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey, Angela. I'm all right. Kind of a bit shocked about Rick. But haven't talked to him in years, but still, ain't no way for anybody to go.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know anything about him until about an hour ago. Someone on Facebook sent me a message. And I've got every right to read a message anyway. It doesn't matter if it's meant to be personal or not. But Christian Clark said that I had them blocked, but I've looked on their channel and they're not blocked. And they sent... can't actually read all over it. They said, no, Richard Rose, he passed away just recently. from the COVID. He passed away 3 days after being diagnosed.
Yeah, which means he had a lot of bad underlying health issues, but it's not.
Oh, yeah, here we go. I don't know if you know, but Richard Rose has passed away recently from COVID. This is not a prank or a joke. I'm the person you blocked in YouTube. Just thought you should know. Well, you're not blocked if you're watching, because I've just been to your channel while I was actually in a live stream with Chris, and I checked on the block and you weren't blocked, so you're not blocked. So,
I'm scared of having this virus.
Well, see, that's the thing is, all these people online saying that the virus is fake. No, it's not.
No, it's
People
not.
are dying from this stuff, you know. It's a horrible, horrible fucking disease.
It hurts. Believe me, it hurts. And then the coffee is killing. It gets worse at nighttime.
It's just you expect people to go, but it just sucks that when it's something like this, you know.
Yeah.
well, as long as he don't come over here and haunt me and pretend he's a demon or something, then, you know, bless him and hope he crosses over peacefully.
I don't.
Open Paranormal said they had the virus. They were in a hospital for a couple of days.
Mm.
You know, I knew that the virus was bad, but it kind of hits home even worse when someone you know dies of it. You know, fucking.
I'm just worried about if I spread it to my parents.
No, that's why you got to isolate. I mean, and
Yeah, I was around them before I found out, though.
well, hopefully they haven't caught it or anything. That would be friggin' horrible.
It would. I would feel so terrible. Because I'm the one who over there and help take care of my parents.
You know, you don't really get to hear a lot of people saying that, you know, I've been in hospital because I had COVID. It's normally say, well, like, you know, I'm not trying to be nasty, but, you know, I think with the numbers they give aren't the true numbers, because, like, you know, you've heard a lot more from people, you know. Every time you ask a family member or a friend of a friend of a friend if they've had it, and no one's had it. Still can't find paranormal YouTube.
Well, see, my daughter's boyfriend usually stays over here with her. He's so first it came out.
I can't find open paranormal YouTube search.
But nobody else in the house is having stuff.
There we go. Lord Dode one said you weren't blocked. Because you were blocked, wouldn't have got on. But I checked your blocking. See, you was blocked, but you weren't blocked.
To block.
And I did that while I was on Chris's stream. So luckily, he only done it for an hour. So I thought, well, you know, I'm not tired yet. Let's see if I can do a stream, see when one comes on. Been trying to get Dave on, but maybe he's in bed sleeping, or maybe he's out. Maybe John is. Or maybe she's taking a break from live stream because he's going to be on tomorrow, Monday. So don't forget, guys, tomorrow, Monday, around at 10 o'clock. Hopefully it'll be me, John, and Dave, we're going to do ghost boxing.
Cool.
I'd probably use the Echo Vox, the pedals. I think Dave is going to use a Mark Colch's box, and I'm not sure what John's going to use. I kept taking the piss out of him last night, saying, "Oh, that's it. You use that bloody necrophonic, that crap." I still say it's not a good program. You know, if they'd done a lot of upgrades to it, yeah, and took that flashing engine, because that flashing on that screen can actually cause people to have fits if they've got that particular disability. Seizures, yeah. Or put some kind of like warning when people go to buy it, say like, you know, warning, you know, this does have flashing images or flashing colours, you know, be careful when you purchase it.
Because sometimes people can't even play the games with the seizures.
Yeah.
I had to watch this stuff with my son.
I've been trying to bloody put some switches on some ghost boxes, and I just keep heating over. I don't know why they keep heating the batteries up. I think it might because I've got the circuit, the wiring ran all the way. I just have to desolder the wiring and try that way. So if it don't work, you don't bother. Just use it manually without having a switch. The only reason I'm putting the switch on is so it actually turns off the radio. Otherwise, the battery is on standby. You know, like you still got like the time up on the screen. Otherwise,
You broke it. I did make some good beans in the chicken salad.
there was a question I asked on Chris's channel a while ago. Yeah, right. And you know the answers are okay, but I still don't know why. But if you think about all the people that have lived through the centuries, yeah, and all the way back to the Stone Age time, why is it that, you know, someone like us in the paranormal field might be lucky to see someone maybe, you know, within the say 200-year period? Now I know people said that they've seen like, you know, Romans, Saxons, you know, other kind of people, you know, throughout the time, you know, but you don't really hear many people saying that they've seen Saxons and Romans and Normans and stuff like that, do you? And like, to me, I think that it's just one of the situations, just like a one-off situation. You know, you're not going to see it every time you go there, every single day or every week or every month or every year. I think it's more of an imprint that they've seen than anything else. And like, you know, during the I suppose the rotation of the Earth and the EMF and, you know, the weather conditions, then you might get to see something that's been imprinted in the ground for like hundreds and hundreds of years, and suddenly it just like releases that energy for that one period. Because I don't know of anyone who's seen Romans and Saxons and other kind of like spirits from like, you know, earlier times.
Drop.
You're quite Lindsay.
I'm just sitting here listening,
He's
thinking
like,
about all of it, man. It's, you know, it's one thing after another. I heard yesterday from a friend that they have stage 4 cancer. They're dying.
oh,
And
no.
now hearing about this, it's just, this year has sucked so damn much.
Mm.
I heard that China has a new virus now.
That wouldn't surprise me. China needs to stop messing around with biological shit and just.
Yep. Yeah, something like the swine flu or something.
And at this point, if China keeps going how they're going, they're just going to get blocked off from the rest of the world. No one's going to let anyone or anything in or out of China. And that'll be that. They'll end up dying by themselves and shit because it's just ridiculous that they keep messing with biological germs and stuff, and they don't have a good record when it comes to it.
Nope. Like when they were ordered to close down their shops, their food shops, they didn't do it.
Well, I know we all have to go somehow, but you don't really be going with viruses and and all that kind of crap.
Something that's man-made.
I'll die in my sleep peacefully than dying trying to gasp breath and having cats and all that stuff.
Sucks.
But we just have to keep soldiering on, take it day by day, and live day by day and see how it goes day by day. We've got to think, of each day, because you could be here today and not here tomorrow.
Yep. Think about that all the time.
But if I die, I'm going to go and give Lindsay a kick up the arse. I'm going to go and kick Chris up the arse. I'm going to go and pay Simon James a nice little visit. And all my enemies that I've had in the past, whether I've given them or not, I'm going to give them poltergeist activity. Are you throwing things around their rooms and chucking them? Steve, no, I'm going to fuck with you.
Steve's going to be throwing shit at people.
Hello, Anna Jack. I think it is.
The only thing I want before I kill over is to get up there on my land and build my cabin and just live as simple a life as I can.
Exactly.
What's your last wish? What is your last wish?
I really don't have a last wish. Just want to build on my land. Want to have a simple little cabin, a garden, go fishing, hunting.
Isn't it really? Being on your land and building the cabin and living out the wilderness for the rest of your life. That is what I wish.
Oh, great.
Yeah, Aaron, I bought, paying it off now, but I bought 10 acres outside of Nenana up there, man. You have to come out and visit and shit.
He bought him some land.
There's some land near my bushcraft shelter. The landowners where he's got the horse, the pony fields. About 5 minutes away, there's like some public woodlands that are up for sale. You got like about 8 acres, and I want like 35 grand for it. Buy the money, I'd buy it, but don't have the money.
I know somebody's not here. We're supposed to be quarantined.
It's just under 10 acres. It's not a full 10 acres, but it set me back about 25 grand with the closing costs and stuff.
Nobody here, right? Okay. Okay.
I've seen some when I was with that woman that lived in England when I was going to marry her. I seen some land in Scotland that pretty good acreage with the house and everything for really cheap. So I mean,
The other ones you just pay.
Trish?
The other ones are made to just peel off the want.
Wasn't it Trish?
no, it was a woman in England. I don't know who Trish is.
Oh, okay, wrong one.
Who's Trish? What Trish?
I
Go
have
on.
no clue.
Wrong one. I got confused again. I get confused easily.
Nah, that's all right. I forgot a lot of stuff myself. 1 second, I'm gonna turn my fan on. It's getting a little bit warm in here.
You fixed your leak yet?
What's this for? What?
Lindsay,
Yeah,
you fixed your leak.
I'm hoping we put some tar on the roof. And the roof still has to be replaced, but hopefully it'll work for a while.
Watch. I'll let you get a taste of it.
No, I'm okay.
No, you're
No, me and Jack don't get along. I want to try to give me some Jack Daniel.
No, what kind of Jack Daniels honey and sugar?
Well, it's just now after 5 here, so I'm expecting a lot of fireworks and stuff pretty soon. So I won't be able to hang out and talk for much because they're going to start letting them off here in a little while.
God, a real bad headache, you see. Dizziness. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm off to bed early tonight. I'm not staying up like I did last night at 7 o'clock in the morning. Fuck that. Too many late nights again. Too many. I know I said I want to get back to the old days and do the things that I used to do in the old days, but I'm not going to bed at 7 o'clock in the morning. Screw that, it kills you. Oh, what's on the boxes? There's some. There they are. So what's your plan for the rest of this weekend, Lindsay? Anything interesting?
Not really.
Just laying around and
Gonna maybe go down to the river later on and see what's what down there. Yeah, we've been having some flood weather, so
yeah, apparently Wales over here in the UK had a flooding just recently, within the last couple of days. Trench, like massive downpour, more rain than they normally get, and a lot of the old roads are flooding out.
yeah.
No, we have had a lot of rain over the last few days as well. Cold weather, windy weather. And they supposed to, we had a lot of sun, but now that's gone. Now they say, we're going to get another heat wave coming through soon. No, I don't mind going out in hot weather, but I can't be out there when it's boiling hot, because that makes me sweat and feel dizzy, and it makes me want to collapse. If it's just kind of like say in the 70s or something, yeah, and not the 80s, I'd rather be out in the 70s.
I don't know, man. See, I don't mind it being in the 70s, but when it gets up in the 80s or even past 72, then it's like, no, I think I'll just stay my ass inside.
Right, I don't know who this Dorothy is. I just got a friend request from someone called Dorothy. 191 friends. Let's see what friends they got. I'm getting a bit annoyed with people because I end up like asking to be friend on Facebook and they don't even fucking talk to you, you know? What's the point in adding them? They don't talk to you.
I don't know.
I was going to send a few people my Facebook page.
I don't really talk on Facebook anymore or anywhere else. So
I don't. I'll only go on there to post like me YouTube streams and see if my sister or sisters are trying to contact me for some particular reason. Apart from that, I don't really do much.
no, same here. I mean, I'll pop on and check on Simon or something, or see if I got anything from family, which I never really do. Since Mom died, all of us kind of just drifted apart even more than we were.
Yeah, hold on a minute. I'm just checking something out on the phone.
So why did Angela pop offline?
Don't know. Probably a lot of people's having a lot of internet problems lately. I was on Chris's channel earlier and someone kept popping on and off like a yo-yo because I was having issues with the Wi-Fi. And I had to like disconnect and go back on because apparently I was echoing too much. Now I can't wear headphones. Headphones make my ears itch, sweat, and ache. So I can't wear headphones. I've told people that.
Yeah.
If I'm echoing, then I turn the microphone down. That's the best I can do.
Oh, she put in side chat that she got dropped.
But she's got the link to come back in anyway.
Yeah, it's just with everything that's been going on, man. The only thing I'm wanting more than anything is just to get the hell up there on my land, build my cabin, and get away from it all. There's too much bullshit going on, too much drama and stress in real life.
Yeah.
I'm not built for all that shit, man. I tend to walk away from stuff when it gets like that, and that's kind of the point I'm at right now. Just sell everything I got and start walking, you know.
Well, that's why I didn't do much over the last year because all the hate drama bullshit, making me end up in hospital a couple of times and suicidal thoughts and broken hand and God knows what else. So I couldn't be sitting here watching this and, as you know, I've got one guy arrested and it's an ongoing case. And I told people, if you want to fuck with me, you're fucking wrong person because I will report anyone that starts shit with me now. And I've been left alone. I've had a couple of trolls on here. But I've been left alone, and while I've been left alone, I've actually been going out and doing, some bushcrafting. So I don't want to be sitting indoors, moping and being on social media all the time. But now, I said to myself, look, I can only go out there once a week. That's all I can afford. So what am I going to do the rest of the week? I want to get back into the paranormal. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get back to the way it used to be before it got interrupted and practically destroyed the channel, which it nearly did do.
Yeah.
So if it means like coming on and doing a shitload of ghost boxes, I would do a ghost box. Well, I feel like doing a Ouija board, I do a Ouija board, but Abby's told me not to do a Ouija board this week. Why, I don't know, but I will do a Ouija board very soon. So, probably during the week, I'm going to do a Ouija board. I'm going to do some more ghost boxing. I'm going to do some more live streams with people if they want to come in and do some joint experiments, ghost boxes, white noise, whatever we can think of at the time, or just have a general discussion. Now, I want to talk about mythical creatures as well, like the Yeti, Honorable Snowman, Bigfoot, the Mothman. Was that a one?
I don't know.
One near Mexico, I think. Copper Tree. I can't find.
Chupacabra is Mexican in Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah. That one
translates into goat sucker or something. It's supposed to eat goats.
Chupacabra, or what it's called. There was an advert the other day about one of the TV programs. It actually reckons that they found new evidence that Loch Ness monster isn't what we expected it to be. It's completely different. And they also found the Ark. No, the Ark from Night and the King of Jesus.
Yeah.
There's a program on TV where he reckons that they've discovered the Ark. Ark of the Covenant. This is what I don't understand. If they had discovered the Ark of the Covenant, I bet you thousands of people are going to go and try to find out where it is themselves. They probably contact the person who was on the TV show and try to bribe him. Because you've got these fucking collectors, these nuts out there who pay anything just to get something in their collection, or try to be the next god or something, right?
Well, that's the thing is, I watched a documentary about a guy that supposedly found the Ark of the Covenant in the 80s, and it's he has pictures of where he found it, and video of where he found it, and you can where it was buried and stuff under rock and rubble, and you can see that there's actual gold there, but I don't know if it was the actual Ark. But according to him, the Israeli government has it locked away.
Well, the Ark, what I understand, didn't have gold. It's just like some kind of energy that's locked into the actual Ark of the Covenant itself. And when you opened it, you had the power of God himself. It wasn't the gold or anything like that. It's just like some kind of unusual energy form that would give you the power. Stories about so many things, I like to see some more documentaries about, where they reckon that aliens live underneath the sea, but they can't reach them because they're too far down.
I've never seen an alien. I don't believe they exist. If an alien exists on another planet somewhere in the universe, which is highly likely, I don't think they're any smarter than us, or they may not be as smart as us. You can't deny physics, no matter what part of this universe you live in, and travel faster than the speed of light isn't possible because of it. You just cannot change physics.
Yeah, but if they're far into the future and far more advanced than we are, then they might have that technology. But because you think about it, there's been documentaries where they state that they've been into old caves, like caveman caves, and they've seen images of flying objects, which the cavemen actually kind of draw down, and they've actually had scientific people in there taking specimens of the ink, the rock, and everything like that, and they said, yeah, this is definitely in the prehistoric age. So someone can't go into a cave and just paint some pictures of UFOs. So they're going to know by the technology how old that ink is.
But here's the thing, and a lot of people, and this is my biggest point on anything to do with UFOs. If they exist and they can come here, then either A, if they are of a more intelligent species than us, then they would take over, just to keep us from wiping ourselves out. Or B, they look at us as a race and they think, wow, these guys are fucking retarded, let's not go here. Kind of how we look at people in Florida.
Well, I do reckon, some of the scientists we've had in the past, and up to now, supposed to be aliens, giving us the technology. Because if you think about it, 100 years ago, we didn't have what we got now. So where's all this technology come from? We could have just picked up something and said, "Oh, I'm going to make a TV out of that," or "Oh, I'm going to make a phone," or "I'm going to make a microphone." They got to find, like the Wright brothers, who gave them the idea of
Birds.
Well, maybe the birds, yeah, but who invented the first engine to even propel that aeroplane? Someone must have gave us idea to create what we got.
Well,
None of this shit, none of it.
To acknowledge aliens and say that we got them from creatures from another planet is to devalue our ingenuity and intelligence as a species. I mean, we, in a primitive sense, understood physics before physics truly came to be understood. I mean, Galileo, just there's so many inventors out there. Galileo had a primitive version of a helicopter that he was going to make. And, all of this. And the thing is we can't notch it up to aliens for the simple fact that it just takes intelligence and imagination to look at something and say, I'm going to do this with this. Radio waves people started listening to echoes and was like, okay, let's try and figure out how we can make a sound transporter. I can't chalk anything technological up to UFOs and aliens. Not with any good intent or intelligence, because then it devalues the people that have actually taken and progressed us as a people. I mean,
there's a new documentary out that's come over on our channels, where 3 people who worked in with the government have come out from hiding and are actually showing and proving that aliens exist, including UFOs.
Well, that's the thing.
There was an island over near the United States, and there's a couple of battleships just doing their routine, kind of sailing around, and one of them was an aircraft carrier, and they were supposed to just do a take off and just do a random flyby, kind of thing. And as they went off, one guy saw something on his radar, and then suddenly it appeared as 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. And the captain of the ship said, intercept one. And I tried to intercept one, but it's way too fast. They reckon it's going Mach speed 100, whatever it was, a lot faster than the aeroplane. Then all of a sudden, they picked up on their radar. They reckon that it was over 100 flying saucers or identified flying objects on their radar. Now, when the actual when they found this they get through to their headquarters, and within about an hour, a helicopter flew over to the space to the aircraft carrier, and he ordered whoever was there at the time to download all the information, give it to them, and delete any other backups. And they were sworn to secrecy not to mention one word about it.
Well, here's the thing. If aliens do exist, and they have all of this technology that they are way superior to us, then they are not of a benevolent nature, for the simple fact that they have not stepped in and solved any problems. We still use fossil fuels.
Well, I don't think they're supposed to. They're here to help us, to learn and understand technology they've given us, but I don't think they're here to interfere with, wars and battles and plan them and all that kind of stuff.
But then they're not. Then they're still not benevolent. You cannot have any being in this entire universe that says, "I'm only going to help you out and not do anything that will actually benefit you," and it'd be good.
I don't know. It gives technology to benefit us and to like explore different ways, like making communication, different ways of trying to like learn how to find out to cure illnesses and stuff like that. I know we ain't going to get the cures, but you know, I reckon they've given us technology should find a way of curing people.
I doubt that 1,000% for the simple fact that if we have this technology and we can teach us, and they're all for the betterment of humanity and mankind, we wouldn't be using fossil fuels still. We wouldn't have as many diseases and sicknesses as we have. We wouldn't be having food shortages or hunger or anything because they would teach us how to better grow food and everything. You know, that's my big argument is they can't exist because they're not doing anything. If they were actually in existence and were doing something, helping us, then we would not be where we are at now. COVID-19 would not be a thing. AIDS would not be a thing. My mother would not have died of cancer. My friend wouldn't be dying of cancer. My brother wouldn't have cancer. Heart disease would not exist. You know.
Yeah, but no, I'm not saying that they do exist, but I can't see that we're the only kind of living organism out there.
Oh, I don't think
wide space. There's got to be something else out there.
Oh, I don't think that we're alone in the universe by far, but I don't think that they come here. If they come here, it's just to take a picture and be like, hey, look at that weirdo. And that would be it. I don't see aliens helping us if they exist for the simple fact that they would view us the same way that most Americans view Florida. And that's, don't go there unless you're just going to take a picture and leave because they're all retarded.
So where do you think the most likely there is some form of organism on another planet? How far would you say? In the solar system? In another solar system?
I would say that there's a good chance that there is life in this solar system. But, I mean, it would take us, with our technology we have today, 5-10 years to get from here to Mars. So, I mean, anything out past that's kind of difficult to get to from here to Mars. So I say that, if there's a good chance, there would probably be something around the Venus area or farther out. But, there is a high probability that there is a living organism in this universe other than us. I mean, you have, it's kind of like a bug, but I think it's called trilobite. No, not trilobite. I don't remember what the exact name is, but can survive in space. And it's just a little microscopic creature. And I mean, they can survive in the depths of the ocean. They can survive in space and all this and that. So, I mean, who's to say that there isn't other life out there, but who's to say it's anything that we can see? I mean, our scope of...
They say Mars, although they reckon that they've seen like possible oceans and like structures, like they're saying that they've seen images of like structures like the pyramid, the Sphinx, giant heads like which are on Easter Island. They reckon that whoever was there before that planet died and become what it is now, a red sandy barren, they could have lived there and then came over to this planet and shared the technology they had then by making more pyramids and like Easter Island and all that kind of stuff. Because all the programs I've seen, they all say it's from another civilization, from somewhere out there, kind of thing. So how do we know that Mars didn't, die from? Because they reckon that Mars was bombarded by atomic bombs or something. Yeah, probably from another spacecraft or just from, rocks from another planet. like asteroid belts or something like that, and they knew they was going to get destroyed, so they found a way to get them onto the planet Earth, and that's where they began to like build on here. You know, they reckon that we could even be ancestors of aliens ourselves.
Ah,
We've done the Sphinx, we've done Easter Islands, we've done the pyramids.
see, that's the thing is I can't say that we are the ancestors of aliens for the simple fact that if we were, we would still have the technology that they used. I mean, we would be much more advanced than we are. It wouldn't have taken us hundreds of thousands of years for Og to come out of the cave.
Mm.
You know, we would be in a different place than we are now. You know, I mean, we would still find remnants of the technology, and we haven't. You know, there would be worldwide news broadcasted everywhere if we found technology.
They wouldn't, because the government fucking put a hush hush on it. The government be using it. They won't get us to know. The government will be using it and learning the technology. That's probably why there are more UFO sites out there than expected, because they're actually creating their own fucking flying saucers.
But that's the thing is the government hasn't always been what it is now. I mean, it would have been in documentation. It would have been proven. Like, okay, we found this. It's a strange metal. We don't know what it's made of, but this is what it looks like. It would be something that you would find in a museum. And studying mythos and everything, I have not found anything like that. You know, I've not seen anything in any museum anywhere in the world, searching online or anything, that shows anything like that.
Well, asteroid, you know, stuff that comes from asteroid is more formed of a metal in it, I reckon.
Well, yeah, that's supposed to have a lot of nickel and iron and stuff in it.
So maybe, like, you know, someone might have found that years ago and fucking like started building spacecrafts out of it. Not saying they have, but you know, you just don't know what is true and what isn't true out there. You know, that's why it's all paranormal. We're trying to find out, you know, the truth. And you know, like I said earlier, on another channel, like, we are trying to learn about the paranormal. We're trying to find out why spirits want to communicate with us. And other people will probably want to know more about aliens, while another group will probably want to talk about the Yeti and a Sasquatch and Bigfoot and a Bonnell Snowman, you know, kind of thing. Another group's out there talking about Loch Ness Monster and other kind of unusual weird creatures from the bottom of the sea or oceans or lakes and stuff like that. So it's all paranormal in one way, and like everyone's trying to learn some kind of truth. But you know, is there a real truth to any of this shit? Because that's what people say. It's more crap, you know, shit at the moment. Because like, you know, Loch Ness, there's supposed to be a program saying that Loch Ness doesn't exist, or it might have existed, but not the way we know about it. Now they're saying that there's probably cities at the bottom of the sea which we cannot get to because they're too deep. And they reckon they could be alien civilizations. They also say that there's supposed to be like cities within the Earth's crust from like, you know, thousands of centuries ago, kind of thing. Because you remember that farmer, I can't remember what country he came from. He opened up. He was farming, I think he was, and he opened up a doorway to an underground city, and he found all those like Chinese soldiers, didn't he? So they reckon that could probably even go even more deeper than they expected. They still like researching that apparently. So like, you know, people do actually talk about different kind of like topics in the paranormal, if you want to call every one of those paranormal. But how true they are, we don't know, because we're trying to learn and we're trying to get the truth ourselves. And like, if you're going to talk to a ghost, are we really talking to a ghost? You know, you might get like many times I feel like Abby's come to communicate with me and tell me things to tell people on the side chat, yeah. how do I know that Abby is real? How do I know it's not in my own mind? How can I be thinking of things and giving information out to people, and they turn around and say, "Well, how the fuck did you know that kind of thing?" It's not. I don't think it's like any kind of like telepathic kind of like thing that I've got, or like some kind of psyche I've got. I feel like Abby is real, but is she a real spirit, or is she some kind of energy form, or is she fucking? For all I know, she could be an alien, invisible alien, communicating with me telepathically.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, any form of spirit is an alien because it's not of the realm you're in now. But like as far as it goes, I can't honestly say that I believe in aliens for the simple fact of look at how fucked up we are. You can only take profits so far. And if we have the technology from an extraterrestrial being that they could better our society, then they would be able to triple, quadruple, even septuple their profits from releasing it quicker. If people don't die from illness, but only from old age, they are getting more revenue and income from those people. That's why I say that aliens themselves can't exist, because if they did exist on this planet, then where's the proof? Where's the leaps and bounds that would put?
What's hiding the proof? They won't let us know, because it'll probably be like, let's say the government has got all the evidence that aliens and spacecraft exist on a planet, yeah, and they say, right, it's time to let the public know. The whole planet's going to go fucking stir crazy. They're going to wonder, like, well, why weren't they informed before? Should they panic? Are we going to be under attack? Are the aliens here to destroy us? Are they here to help us? We don't know. It's what the government tells us, isn't it? And the governments are, they got a lot of secret societies, the government. And if they want to cover up something, they cover up something. If they want to hide something, they hide something.
Well, I mean, that's a given. The government hides a lot of things, but at the same time, I don't think that, that it's what people think it is. I don't think that they're much more advanced than us, I mean, it's, I don't think that, and it's proven that people lived in caves long, long ago. The Cherokee Indians were originally cave dwellers. You have Montezuma. His people built in caves. His castle is still standing to this day. You can go and see it. So, finding underground civilizations, that's not really a big shock to me.
Well, no. In the old Stone Age time, prehistoric times, they they lived in caves and underground, didn't they? Some of them may even lived down the bottoms of a volcano, because it was more warmer for them.
Well, and as far as cities and stuff on the bottom of the ocean, that's a good possibility because of the tectonic plates shifting. There could have been islands that sank.
Yeah, but they're saying there's cities under the sea with like domes where people actually live, and they reckon those cities that cover with domes are actually aliens and not like humans.
Well, all because you can't survive down there and I can't survive down there doesn't mean that there is not equipment that could go down there. Something with bright lights and a video camera, send it down there, and there's your proof. That they're not doing that tells you that they've already done it and they haven't found anything. Jacques Cousteau went down to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean, and you don't see any big documentaries about it.
I can't see why they've not actually done more research regarding that, what is underneath, down deep in the sea. They keep sending spacecrafts up to the moon and Saturn and Pluto and wherever.
Because it's easier to pressurize something so that you can hold air in than it is to keep pressure from crushing you.
Well, they must have the technology to find a way of like putting something down, like so many thousands of feet or even a few hundred miles down in the sea. I don't know how big or how deep the deepest part of the sea is, but let's say like 100 mile, for instance. Yeah, they've got to have something that can pressurize it because think about it, aircraft, they got that pressurized, don't they, when they're flying 15,000-20,000 feet.
But it's a different type of pressure.
Yeah, but if they're sending spacecraft up, there ain't no atmosphere in this out there.
Yeah, see, but in space, it's a lack of pressure. You're not keeping pressure from crushing you, you're keeping the pressure that you have in. So it's easier to build a structure that holds something in, the atmosphere and pressure, than it is to keep an outside atmosphere and pressure from crushing you.
Well,
That's just common physics. I mean, it's the same thing with a bridge. You can keep a bridge from collapsing by building its structure correctly, and it has a certain amount of pressure. But if you ever notice that if the pressure comes from a different direction, say the water rises up and a big wave hits it, then that bridge is gone. It's the same science.
I'm trying to think. It depends on what the bridge is made of. What kind of structure, what kind of metal it is. If it's a wooden bridge, certain wood is really strong. You can get a fucking great big wave and it's not going to like destroy the wood. It might move it, but it's not going to like unearth it. Like, where was it? I'm trying to think now. Like, they're actually still unearthing things from like the past, like the Romans and Saxon times. They're still unearthing like Roman boats and ships and stuff like that. And burials which were all buried with wood and not like concrete or something like that. So like, they did. Well, I know they had metal, but like, they weren't building bridges out of metal. It was all more wooden bridges. So, what I don't understand is that if wood is very easy and strong to build a bridge and can withhold a certain amount of pressure of water, then surely a bridge out of metal could actually survive like amount of water coming through at a certain pressure. So if they've done that with wood and metal, what about bulletproof glass? Because like bulletproof glass, it holds back a bullet, don't it? So how much is that bullet putting pressure on that glass?
Quite a lot, but not as much as the water. You can actually take a jet of water and cut through metal and stuff. But that's the thing, is while it's stronger, it's still not enough to take hundreds of thousands of tons of pressure per square inch that would be at the depth of the ocean. You look at it like this. You have a bathtub, and you can take a balloon and hold it under the water, and it's not going to affect it because there's not a lot of pressure. But if you take that exact same balloon and dive down to the bottom of a lake, it's going to rupture. And it doesn't matter what you build it out of. You can take a solid metal bell, which they used to do back a long time ago, the diving bells, and you can lower them down a really good depth, but at the same time, you can't get them down to where we can go now because it's still not made correctly. Eventually, we will have the technology to be able to go down per person and see the bottom of the ocean. But right now, it's literally like taking that balloon and diving down. It's just going to pop from the pressure. It's pressure physics. There's just so much math involved in it. And right now, it's out of reach.
So yeah.
But I am gonna have to hop off here. I'm gonna go do some stuff in the house. And it was nice chatting again, Steve.
Close again. I was actually going to say I'm going to close. So I want to get an early night. I've got to try and get them bloody ghost box sorted out. And I want to try to repair some of my actual equipment, start using that again, because I don't have, the way I used to build things seemed to come quite easy to me in my brain, but now, I couldn't even put a switch on a fucking radio for 2 hours today. It just kept overheating the batteries. I don't know why. So I think it's just where the wires need to turn, like with a switch.
Winston, yeah.
Instead of having the red in the centre, I think I need the red either on the left or the right and the black in the centre. Then that might work. But I kept trying the different ways, and the batteries kept overheating. Even the one of the ghost boxes that I did do, it kind of like worked okay. And as soon as I moved it to put it on the bloody laptop, it started overheating. So there's got to be some kind of like short or something there. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, cheers for coming on. I'll speak to you later. See what happened. No, I don't know. I am getting tired actually. I need to go to the bathroom. I was going to watch a movie, but I've had so many late nights. Not going to bed till like 5, 6. Yesterday was 7 o'clock in the morning because I did my stream. Then when John came home from his ghost hunt, he started doing a stream, and me and Dave jumped on his channel, and we was like on his channel for 5 hours. So I need to try to get an early night tonight. I was thinking like watching the movie. So I've not had nothing to eat yet apart from a chocolate bar. So I might have something to eat and watch a bit of a movie, then go to bed. But tonight, was it Sunday today, isn't it now? I might be on tonight for a couple of hours. But tomorrow, Monday, I've got a banging headache again now. Monday, it'll be me, Dave and John. We're all going to do ghost boxing. I will probably use the Coop Box 14 for the Echo pedals. Dave's going to use a Mark Cultus box, I believe. John, I don't know what he's going to be using. He might use the Necrophonic app. I don't know. And that'll be tomorrow night, Monday. Start time around at 10 o'clock. But tonight, Sunday, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I might do a stream. I might not. I might just chill out for the evening and just watch a little bit of TV or something. Catch you all later, guys. Cheers for popping on. And if I don't see you tonight, see you tomorrow, Monday.